What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So this video, well, this young buck asked me, he's like, how do I just forget about her? Now, I'm not going to read the entire thing to you. You guys don't have time for that. And plus his situation in most situations are really personal. And I don't really like reading them on my channel. Other channels can do that. That's fine. Like Corey Wayne and whatever. They're cool with that. How to just forget. Well, let me just give you guys a little bit of perspective real quick. So us as humans, right? Human beings. If we could just forget things, right? If we could just forget the experience that we're supposed to be going through, are you really learning anything? Because look at it. Really what this guy is asking me is, how do I skip the pain? How do I skip the learning He's asking without asking, right? Because a lot of times when I point that out to them, they're like, that's not really what I'm asking. I'm like, no. That's the feeling. That's where that's the root cause. You don't want to feel pain anymore. That's really why you're asking that question. You want to just, how do I forget? Well, you don't, right? You really can't. But let me tell you what you can do in a minute. He wants to skip the pain. He wants to skip the process. Every single person that has gotten their exes back through my coaching program, every one of them has stuck to the process. The ones who screw up the most, the ones who end up pushing their exes further away, don't stick to the process. They reach out without telling me a lot of the times, because they'll message me like, hey Kyle, so don't be mad, but I screwed up, and I'm never mad at you. That's your own. You've paid to be here, and that's your own success. If you screw up, that's you go against what I tell you, and that's your own problem. I mean, I'm there to help you, I'm there to guide you, but I can't make the decisions for you. And people will do that. And the ones who got their exes back, the ones who at least got a message back, and then they're starting to roll through the process again, they are the ones that have been the most patient. They've been the ones that have been stuck to the process day in, day out. It's a grind. So these guys aren't trying to forget their exes or forget the pain. They're living with the pain and adapting to it. They're trying to learn something from it. Human beings, we are retroactive in nature. We learn from our mistakes. Now, if you are an enlightened human being, you can look around at the people around you and say, I'm learning from that. I don't want to do that. From a young age, my entire family, they smoked cigarettes, right? And I never did it. I never picked up the habit. Dad, uncles, aunts, grandma, grandpa, everyone smokes. And some of them have quit now, but like my dad quit. He quit like 10 years ago. So, but I never picked up the habit because I knew, right? I was educated at school and stuff like that smoking's bad for you. And I just never really did, cared for it. But everyone has their vices. Everyone has their things. Now, if you guys really want to help ease your pain, right? Part 2 of the video, which is now. If you guys really want to ease your pain, exercise. Get your heart pumping. Get this pumping. Okay. What that's going to do is it's going to release all the good feels. Yes, the hormones and the neurotransmitters that will help you feel better. But really what it's doing is you're getting fresh air, you're getting outside, or you're just getting moving. Okay? When you move your body, you're not in here as much. You're here too. When you're up here all the fucking time, this is going to drive you crazy. That's why you have to understand. You have to understand and become aware of your thoughts, which is the next part of this video. So part 1 is you can't really forget. Part 2 is exercise your body and move your body, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in here. Now, part 3 of this video is really, I want you guys to become aware of your thoughts and your patterns and your rituals. Okay? Because think about it. This guy's asking me this question because he wants to avoid the pain. He wants to avoid the emotions that he's feeling, right? You guys know this now. So avoiding it is your way of saying, I'm scared of this feeling and I don't want this in my life anymore. Tony Robbins said it the best. I think he got it from someone else maybe, but people will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. And that is absolutely true. So instead of facing the pain head on and saying, look, this is where I screwed up, this is where this happened, and this is where I could have done better, and just living with the pain and just knowing at the end of the day you'll get over it. You'll feel better. You will feel better. Everyone really knows that on a deep level, but the pain is so heavy that they just don't really, they want somebody to help them get through it, right? Coaching down below. So at the end of the day, you have to become aware of your thoughts, rituals, and actions. So I'm going to read a piece of this book to you. Okay. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. There you go. There you go. So this is the beginning of chapter 2, and it goes like this. You have a mind, and you should learn how to use it. This book has a mistake. It says you have a mind, and you should team how to use it. The fuck? Anyway, there are 2 levels to the mind: the conscious or rational level, and the subconscious or irrational level. You think with your conscious mind, and whatever you habitually think sinks down into your subconscious mind, which creates according to the nature of your thoughts. Your subconscious mind is the seat of your emotions and is the creative mind. If you think good, good will follow. If you think evil, evil will follow. This is the way your mind works. The main point to remember is the subconscious mind accepts an idea, it begins to execute it. It is an interesting and subtle truth to the law of the subconscious mind works for good and bad ideas alike. This law, when applied in a negative way, is the cause of failure, frustration, and unhappiness. And whatever you habitually think harmonizes and constructs. You experience perfect health, success, and prosperity. Most people have no idea what that even really means because they're so distracted by their phones. And that's the way that this is all being orchestrated. Now, I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories here, but think about it. Look at the way your phone is designed, right? The notifications and dopamine. Why? How many of you, right? How many of you open your phone, scroll left and right, and then close your phone? You're like, why the fuck did I even open my phone? Or you'll open an app and then you'll close it. You're like, okay, like immediately, right? It's like that's programming. That is something that you've learned. What does this have to do with relationships? Well, everything. Okay. First of all, what is a relationship? It's 2 individual people, right? Don't overcomplicate what relationships really are. It's an individual person and another individual person coming together. Those 2 individual people have their own life experience. They have their own way of thinking. And if you have a shitty way of thinking, negative emotions, negative thoughts, negativity, and the other person has it as well, what do you think your relationship's going to be, right? So there's a certain point where you have to start taking ownership and control of your emotions and your thoughts and your rituals. Show me your rituals and I'll show you your future. There's another one, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Well, show me your rituals. What do you do every single day, every hour? Mark it down, write it down. How much time are you spending? And what are you really doing? And I talk more about this on Practical Spirituality and Self-Improvement because that is how you become an enlightened person, is by being aware. Awareness is everything. And I'm telling you that there are forces and people out there that don't want you to become aware of how powerful you really are. This guy asking, how do I forget? How do I get over this? How do I not feel pain? He has to become aware of why he's asking that question. And when he becomes aware of it, he's like, oh, I'm avoiding pain. I'm avoiding the lesson here. The lessons can come in different ways. Maybe he's got to learn more female nature stuff. He's got to learn more about himself. Yeah. But that's how you get to that realization, is by facing the pain. Don't run from it. Become aware of your rituals, become aware of your actions, become aware of your thoughts. Your thoughts become things. It is so true, and watch what happens. If you start thinking positive things, you start doing positive things do it for a week and watch how much better you feel, right? Don't judge other people. A lot of people will go on Instagram and be like, oh man, that bitch ugly, that dude ugly, right? That guy's got an ugly outfit. They just automatically start judging. Okay. They'll start judging you. They'll start judging people. It's automatic, right? Again, it's because it's keeping you focus back on you. Watch what happens. It is going to be one of the best things that you guys ever do for yourselves. Empower yourselves again. And this guy here, he's taking the power. He has his power inside him. He has so much that he can do with himself, and he feels trapped by the pain that he feels. And to get over it faster, to push the pain away, so to speak, in a positive way, he needs to face it. head on, like a warrior. You know what I'm saying? I think of every single time I think about what I say when I say that to you guys, I think of Brad Pitt in Troy when he faces that big dude Boaguius or whatever his damn name is, and he comes forward and he looks all brutish and he's huge, and then Brad Pitt's like takes him out in like one shot. It was like dope, right? That's how I think about that's what I think about when I want to conquer something. I'm like, that's me and that's the thing, and I'm gonna kill it, right? And that maybe that can help you. Maybe that's the perspective that you need, but become aware of everything that's going on. So one more little tip. I know this video's been a long video. One more little tip. Take a piece of paper, okay? A notebook, whatever. Mine's over there on the couch. Take a piece of paper and write down every hour. What does your day look like? What did you think about? I know this is a lot, right? But that's what it takes at first. Extreme awareness. Every hour, write down exactly what you did that hour. At the end of the hour, just say, this is what I did, right? Or every 2 hours, whatever. You can do a 2-hour chunk or 4-hour chunk, whatever you guys want to do, whatever works for you. How did you feel? What did you think about, right? Were you playing video games? Were you angry, right? Because your video game was pissing you off. That's something that I had to do, right? Were you thinking only about your ex and like were you dwelling on everything? That's what you guys have to become aware of. Awareness will lead to learning, but then there's awareness because people will get caught in the thoughts and the patterns of dwelling on something that they can't change anymore. And that's negative, right? You don't want to do that. You want to be able to understand that, yes, this happened and I learned from it and I'm moving on. Letting Go. Letting Go by David Hawkins. Powerful book. I'm going to order it on paperback so I can have it here so I can show it to you. But I don't have it here. But this is a good one too. Power of the Subconscious Mind. Pick it up. It is excellent so far. So see you guys in the next video. Here and here should be something to help you out further. And in the middle, you guys should be able to subscribe to me. If you like the video, like it. If you don't, you don't. It's cool with me. See you guys in the next one. Check out spirituality and self-improvement somewhere around this video, or just type it into Google or YouTube. Done.